Good evening, Mustangs fans. I'm Garrett Suska, and I'm joined by Garrett Poe, Matt Carroll, Evan Smith, and the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Rick Barat. We come to you from Fayette County tonight to bring you a fantastic matchup between the Plum Mustangs and the Belle Vernon Leopards. Plum is 2-6, coming off a 28-6 loss to Grady Latrobe. The Leopards are returning after a 28-12 win against West Mifflin. Belle Vernon is 7-1, led by their head coach, Matt Humbert. A Leopard to keep an eye on is number 21 running back Mason Pisco, who has a colossal 1,581 yards this season. On the flip side, watch for Mustang number 1 running back Billy Gussie, who's close to reaching 600 yards this season. No need to adjust your TV sets, folks. You are indeed witnessing a gold-colored field. The Leopards' battle cry is "Protect the Beach," and we'll see if they are just able to do that tonight. What do you think, Mr. Barat?
Well, Garrett, it's kind of thanks for the intro. Good intro. It seems like the Mustangs here. They seem to be a little bit upbeat, which is kind of exciting. We're at a new place. We're out here at Belle Vernon to see the Leopards play tonight. First time I've been on this field since 1992. I was actually student teaching at East Allegheny High School when the East Allegheny Wildcats took on Best Center in a semifinal game out here. The field was definitely not Vegas gold, so it was green. We talked to Jackson Marzik today, and he said he's from Belle Vernon. He put this in 4 years ago. So Belle Vernon's obviously they're really good. They're one of the better teams in Quad A right now. They do have some injuries though. They're down a couple linemen tonight. Their star running back, who's the 5th leading rusher in the Whitfield, he's a little banged up. He will play, but their starting quarterback they lost for the year last week with a torn ACL. So the Mustangs coming back to health a little bit over the last couple weeks. This could be a winnable game tonight, and they close the season next week against the Hempfield Spartans, which could be a winnable game. So Mustangs are out of the playoffs, but now they're playing for pride. They do have 2 wins on the year over Albert Gallatin and Highland. So kind of looking forward to a good game tonight. It's a nice cool night. We're on top of the press box. The TV production department at Belle Vernon has been very nice and gracious to us. They fed us. They showed us some nice hospitality, so we want to thank them for that. And we're looking forward to an exciting game here tonight. Matt, you or G have anything to add tonight before we get along here with kickoff?
Well, one thing that I definitely saw was Belle Vernon's introduction. That was pretty cool to see.
They set off the sirens.
Set off the sirens, all rushed onto the field. Plum, they came on. Their entire team looks like they have high intensity during the game for the pregame, which is good for the game. You never want to come up out to a visiting opponent's field and not have intensity and everything. So looks like, I'm not sure, did we?
Yeah, I was looking. I didn't see what the referee signaled, but we'll see. See as Plum takes the field here. It looks like just from them walking out, it looks like we will be.
Yeah, it looks like we will be kicking off.
So we're ready to rock and roll here. Well, we have kicking off for Plum will be Reed Martin, Tyler Kolonkowski at soccer practice tonight. The Mustangs boys soccer team will be at Pine Richland at 8 p.m. on Monday evening. So Tyler getting ready for another playoff game for the boys soccer team. The girls soccer team will be at Kiski tomorrow at 3, I believe. So kind of looking forward to both of those games to see how the soccer teams fare.
So I was actually going to say this is actually the first game where we're actually very close to the field but very high up. Usually we're just way back because the stands are the press box are behind the stands. This time the stands are actually on the press box is actually on top of the stands. So we're close to like probably 40 feet above field level. So as the kick gets kicked off to, I don't know what number it is, takes it to the 30, takes it 35. Number 17 was for the Belle Vernon Leopards, took it to the 39-yard line. So now the Leopard offense will start at the 39-yard line of their own side.
Yes, and we're going to see, unless Coach Matt Humbert, who is their athletic director, was really nice to us today when we were on the field earlier. unless they're going to do something different with their new quarterback and get them ready for the playoffs. We're going to probably see heavy doses of the running attack tonight.
I would have to agree on there with the 5th leading rusher and the Whippeals. Why wouldn't they?
Exactly, and they do. They are starting off. It looks like in a Wildcats.
Oh,
bad snap.
Bad snap. He's going to rush it here. Number 5.
Takes it for about a 4-yard gain. Even if a muff snap, he
That's
just got one blocker to block away and give him some room to take about a 4-yard gain, which it could have also been a 4-yard loss is what it looked like. So it'll be a 2nd and 6, it looks like, for the Leopards.
Nolan Labuda in the carry there.
Once again, everybody, you're going to have to excuse us. The white-on-whites are very tough to see the numbers. So.
It's hand off to number
Get the
2.
first down.
Yeah, number 2, Larry Culloway, and he gets about the first down, which was about a 7-yard gain.
Maybe their leading rusher is not in, but I thought his number, Garrett, was 21. Mason
He's not in.
He's not in at all.
Oh, fumble on the play.
So as they hit a first down, another train horn for a first down. So you see the Belle Vernon Leopards, I would say soundboard team has a lot of sirens, a lot of things to try to hype up this student section, which they do have a nice student section, about 4 rows deep.
4 rows deep.
And a nice soundtrack, too, before game.
Yeah, they did have a nice soundtrack for pregame.
So like he will be going under center. Gets the
Callaway
handoff.
up.
Yeah.
Well, anytime you can hear AC/DC or Journey in the same half hour at a high school sporting event, and I'm aging myself, I think is pretty good.
Yeah.
So Belle Vernon, as we expected, guys, keeping the ball on the ground. 3rd and short.
It's hand off to the middle to Callaway, who gets about the first down. Looks like he got like a 4-yard gain. Yeah.
Callaway on the carry.
He definitely got
That is
four
the
5-yard
first down.
gain by mistake.
Yeah.
Looks like there was pressure behind the line of scrimmage, so we were able to give some pressure. He just was able to break a few tackles. First down, Leopards.
So number 5 takes it, gives it a handoff. Tip far number by Callaway. Takes it,
Nice blocks.
gets about, looks like a 9-yard gain close to the first down. I don't think they're going to give it to him, though. So it'll be a 2nd and short for the Leopards.
Sorry, Garrett, but it seems to be that Callaway here is the main ball carrier, not seeing Mason Pasco, who we heard from Jackson Marzik that he could be injured and he might not play. Or it could be a situation is senior night, give everyone a shot. That's what the Plum boys did and girls, played a lot of their seniors. Non-section game.
So it's a flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be a false start on the Leopards.
Non-section game for both boys and girls soccer, played a lot of their seniors, and we'll see if Coach Morgan does that next week against Hempfield. But we'll see what the Leopards do here. Is Callaway, he is a junior, and so is their quarterback, Buda.
2nd down and 6.
So as they hand it off to the middle, rolls left, finds some running room, gets to the 20, gets to the 15, gets to the 10, and gets very close to the touchdown marker, but gets stopped around the 3-yard line as the ref signals. So it'll be a 1st and goal for the Leopards.
Yep, tackled by Matulsi on there, bro.
I was going to say, like, that was a nice play by, looked like it was Callaway.
Yeah.
He started going up the middle and then cut left. Pretty much just found enough room to get the first down as the train horn sounds for the Leopards.
That was a good job by Max Matulski to get back and save a potential touchdown run. Looks like they do have too many men on the field, so they are forced to call a timeout.
You can see that we'll take a quick peek here at the scoreboard. As you can see, it's 8:29 left to go in the first. Belle Vernon uses their first timeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Belle Vernon area
We
marching
would
band
expect
visitors
them
would like remind you
to
stop
just
by
run
their
the ball,
concession stand
so that's
located
what
near
they've
As
done
they
here.
have done the entire first possession.
things such
Yes.
as hot
And
dogs
we'll
with
see
or
if
without
Plum
sauerkraut,
responds also, because we
kibasi
know
with
that
or without
Plum's
sauerkraut,
running
Chick-fil-A
attack,
sandwiches,
even
hot
though
sausage,
in losses
bacon
also,
cheese,
has been
bologna,
pretty
mac
formidable.
and cheese,
So
pierogies, pepperoni rolls, and various baked goods. Once again, stop by the Belle Vernon area marching band booster concession stand located near the restrooms.
So it'll be interesting here what Plum does. They come out in any type of big package.
So as the Leopards get
First
set
down and
for
goal
the
for
first and
Leopards
goal
from
on the
the
3-yard
3-yard
line. As
It's like he is in shotgun.
looks like he's
Straight
quarterback
run
sneak,
into the
and
end.
he takes it in for the touchdown. So
That's Anthony Bertram with the touchdown there.
The ball carrier into the end zone.
And that's the first time we called his number, Garrett. What's it have listed? What is Bertram? Is he
He's a
listed?
linebacker, it says.
So that must be their big package. Just get a big guy to follow behind the big line and kind of roll in the end zone here as the Leopards jump out 6-0, PAT pending.
So as the flag comes into play, it looks like he's going to be on possibly the Mustangs or possibly the Leopards. As ref gives a single.
Looks like I was.
Substitution infraction, 12 men on the field.
Yep, I
So
was
they-
just trying to count up how many players there were on Belle Vernon, and they
that's
did
a-
have 12 players. That's the
That's
second
like the
time.
second time, but they called timeout because it would have been 3 times,
Yep.
The
Matt.
point after is number 88, Cameron Guess.
So I'm going to get the scoreboard here along with the post and the kicker.
And the kick is good. And I just
And the
realized
point
now
after
that
is
the Leopards have a net behind it. I thought that the football was going to go into the woods and out of the stadium until I realized there's a net there. It's pretty dark out here, guys, because it's like close to 8 o'clock at night.
But you know what, though, to bring up Garrett about the point, and Matt, you'll probably occur because we struggled with this all year on the road. It's hard to see the whites on white, but we are high up.
Yep.
But we are also close enough that it's not
As bad as it has been.
like we've been at Kiski where we're higher up and further back, and the sun's aimed at you as it's dipping below the stands, you know, and it's hard. But now, obviously getting dark earlier, you know, maybe the Vegas Gold Field does help. Who knows? Okay, Garrett, who do we have kicking here for the Leopards? I heard him say 88.
88, that's Cameron Guess.
Reed Martin.
For return for the Mustangs is number 1, Billy Guzzi, and number 2, Reed Martin.
And Reed came off last week with a great performance. I don't know how many yards he had, but he was the main focus of the Mustang offense last week. So that was a very nice kick by the kicker for the Leopards, who kicked it almost into the out of the end zone. So a really good kick for that for the kicker. So as Mustangs will start on the 20-yard line, Hunter Leonhardt's first chance, and Hunter needs how many yards to get 1,000 yards?
I think it's 100.
113. Is
So-
that correct?
I think so, yes, sir.
It's
Yes.
close to that.
And the Mustangs are down there, one of their key running backs, Jimmy Schropp, as he has a concussion. Wow.
For the Mustangs from their own
Wow,
What-
look at this formation.
what is this
Is
formation
something
that-
different here. Holy mackerel.
So as the motion comes up, it looked like they're going to throw it, and he gets stumbled, and it was about a 1-yard gain.
It's
I have
actually-
never seen
Never
that
seen
in
that
high
before
school.
either.
in a high school game.
It's a
I think
different formation there.
The Mustangs realize that they're not in playoffs, so I mean they get to have pride, but they want to have a little bit of fun for the last 2 games of their season, especially for the seniors. Hunter Leonhardt's a senior. Him being quarterback, he's like, you know what, let's just have some fun. So now it looks like they're actually getting to a regular formation as a 2nd and 9 now. It's a handoff.
Handoff up the middle to Billy Guzzi for about a gain of 4 yards there.
Number 1, William Guzzi, the ball carrier.
So it'll be a 3rd and 5 for the Mustangs.
Tackle made by number 1, Anthony Bertram.
Or as the away announcers are calling him, Guzzi.
Gain of 4, 3rd down, 5.
We're now being joined by Evan Smith.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Evan?
So as they start with a trips right, it looks like. Looks like they're going to throw it over. He gets a running room, gets to very close for the 1st down. Looks like they're not going to give it to him. It's about
Looks
1
like it
yard
is.
short. I think
4th
it's a
and 1 here. And I think
And
looks
they are
like
sending
they
out
are
the punting
bringing out
unit,
the punting
so
unit.
They'll bring a 4th down and 1.
I do agree with that because it's 4th and 1 and
see,
you're in your own zone.
On the
I
punt,
do not agree with that, just because
back
I
deep
know
for the
we're
Leopards,
deep in our
number
own
17,
zone if we
Hunter
are
Ricone.
not able to get it, but that is a short 1 yard. All Hunter has to do is just duck his head. But a good kick here.
And as number 17 takes it, and looks like he got wrapped up. I can't even see the numbers now because they're so far away.
Hunter Rickonen on the carry there.
Looked like it was number 3, James Rose, who got the tackle.
Number 67,
That's-
Joshua George.
Brought down there by 67 Joshua George and number 3 James Rose. For James, that's 2 straight special teams tackles in a row. 1 on the kickoff, 1 on the punt.
So as the Leopards start on the 50-yard line now. Great field position for them as
We'll
well.
start 1st down and 10. The ball spotted directly in midfield.
So as they give it to a handoff to the right side, gets some running room, gets it to 45, the 40, the 35, the 30, gets it to about the 21-yard line, so about
Larry Calloway on the carry.
29-yard gain on that play.
That's a great strong run there.
Brought down by number 30, Preston Sunday. Number 1, William Guzzi.
The one thing that the Mustangs look like they're having trouble with is being able to seal off the outside. It looks like they're getting blocked and pushed into their cornerbacks, that is, and getting pushed inside of the middle, leaving the outside wide open for those long pitch runs.
Yeah, it looks like they cannot shed the blocks. They're trying to get to him, but they just cannot shed the blocks, so it's a handoff
Inside
to number 45.
handoff to number 45.
Must be the fullback.
He is a fullback. His man, that
Number
guy was
45,
huge.
Gage Rogie, the ball carrier.
It's like James Rogan, maybe? 45, James Rogan.
Tackle made by number 8, Nicholas Sluka.
Tackled there
So,
by Nicholas Saluka.
So that was about a 9-yard gain. So now the Leopards will have a 2nd and 1. So as he rolls right,
It's like
looks
he's
to throw.
pass.
It's caught for the first
Fumble.
down with a fumble, but it looks like it's recovered by Belle Vernon as well.
Labuda is complete.
And they're actually giving him the catch, so it is a 1st down. So the Leopards will start on
Foul
the
by
9-yard line. It'll be a
Larry
1st and goal.
Calloway. Getting the play down to the Mustang 9-yard line. 1st down, goal Leopard.
So it's to give
Looks
it a
like they
handoff.
bring everybody.
And it looks like he's got some room. Takes it to the left side. And number 2 for Callaway takes it for the touchdown. So
Larry Calloway with his first touchdown of the night. I gotta wonder if there will be more to come.
now Leopards lead it 13-0 with 4:55, my mistake, left in the 1st quarter.
On to attempt the point after number 88, Cameron Guest. The holder, number 5, Nolan Labuda. Long snappers, number 22, Joey Federer.
So this kick is up, and it is good.
That's Cameron Guess.
Attempt is good. 4:55 remaining in the 1st quarter.
So now it is 14-0 for the Leopards with 4:55 left in the 1st quarter. So, Matt, what do you think about the Mustangs' overall play right now?
Well, I think Gee, I think that we just need to be a little more being able to wrap up on their tackles. Looks like the number 2 Callaway, he's just been able to break off a few tackles, and as soon as he gets some room, he's able to just run away with it with very good downfield blocking. So I feel like our first initial contacts needs to be wraps up and tackles.
Yeah, that's been an issue for us all season. Seemed like they got it under cover the last few games. We'll be looking to see them get that through again later here.
Kicking off for the Leopards, number 88, Cameron Guest. Lined up feet for the Mustangs, number 1, Willie Guzzi. Number 2, Reed Martin.
Cameron Guest kicking off.
It is returnable. Billy Guzzi does take it. Is able to break he was able to break off a few tackles. He just got tripped up there, I mean. If he was able to avoid that one, looks like he was off for the races.
Brought down by number 15, Cole Whiteman.
Plum starts out with decent field position on their 26-yard.
Plum will start 1st and 10 from their own 26.
So as Hunter steps into, looks like the shotgun. As there's 2 wide receivers on both sides. Actually, 1 wide receiver on the left side. Now he's taken to the right side. Hands off to him. Gets about another nice room. Gets past
Nice
one.
move.
It was close to a face mask if he kept held on, but it was about a 3-yard gain. So there's 2nd and 7 for the Mustangs.
Was a run there by number 9, Logan
And
Brooks.
number 45, Gage Rogie. Gain of 3, 2nd down 7.
So to remind you guys, next week will be the Mustangs' last game, where it will be their senior night as well. So as Hunter steps into the shotgun as a flag, looks like it's going to be a false start on the Mustangs.
Dead ball, illegal procedure, offense. Repeat 2nd down.
One of those classic everybody but the center calls.
Ah, good reference.
Second down and 12.
So as Hunter steps in the shotgun as well, now there's 2 wide receivers on both sides. Takes the snap.
That was a direct snap there for number 10,
Ryan Hubner.
Ryan Hubner.
I thought it was, I'm sorry guys, I cannot see the numbers from up here. I thought that was Hunter. Now I'm realizing that Hunter's actually on the sidelines right now.
The Mustangs wearing those ever popular white on white uniforms.
Ryan Hubner is known for his running skills as quarterback.
Gain of 2 yards, 3rd down 10.
Yeah, from what we've seen of him, he seemed to have run more than he's passed when he's played.
So as
That one game it was very
blew a
effective though.
whistle, I don't know what it was about. I think they were just starting to
Might have been
clock.
an inadvertent whistle there. Hunter takes a snap, drops back for the pass, passes it to
Oh,
number 10, Hubner. It looks like there was a little bit of
Pass intended for number 10, Ryan
a little bit of
Hubner,
few
broken up by number 17.
contact before the ball came in.
It was actually a nice play. He just went up, tried to catch the ball, and they just both ran into each other. So now it'll be a 4th and 10 for the Mustangs with 3:16 left in the first quarter. As what looks like number 17 for the Belle Vernon Leopards sets up around the 44-yard line. There's a nice kick close to around that spot, the 44-yard line, and he gets
Tackled
tackled
immediately.
instantly at the 44-yard line. So saying 44
Great
sounds like
tackle there by number 9, number 3, number 10.
I was going to say, I guess 44 is a lucky number because I said it 3 times, and where'd he end up? The 44-yard line.
huh.
Rick Gunnan brought down immediately on the play by number 3, James Rose.
Looks like they are giving the tackle there solely to James Rose, so that is 3 for 3 on tackles.
So I'm actually now looking down towards the crowd. It's definitely not a sellout crowd for the Belle Vernon Leopards, but there's a nice crowd today. nice student section as well. We already established.
Well, decent student. Man,
Yeah,
a little bit of
Vernon-
subpar student section there.
Compared to your last week's whiteout section,
Exactly.
that did the flower throw up that created a nice, good white cloud. So as number
Snap
5
there,
throws
take pass to number
number
1.
who is a Garrett.
Anthony Bertram with the
Anthony Bertram
reception.
with the reception there for about a gain of 6 yards, 7 yards.
Looks like 6, Matt. But so now the Leopards will start at 2nd and 4. Looks like they might actually go for another pass, or possibly going to hand off to number 7, who's to the right of him, of number 5, which they did, and gets tackled instantly for about a gain of 2 yards.
Good
it looks
tackle
like.
there by number 67, I think it is.
Yeah, I can't see the numbers, everyone.
Yep, that was 67, Joshua George.
So actually, they're just giving him a 1 yard gain. So we have a third and a long second, close to 3 yards actually. So it looks like they're actually going to do another handoff. So as the defense gets close up, try to stop this run game real quick. Come the blitz, hands off to number 2, misses 1 tackle and gets the first down. About a 4 yard gain, close to a 5 yard gain for the first down. So, and they got down close to the Mustang 44 yard line. So, as there's 2:13 left in the first quarter.
It's been a very slow first quarter so far.
There's a handoff to what looks like number 45, who gets about
Tackle there by number 24, Seth Northcutt, and 7, Max Matulski.
And I was going to say it's about a 4 yard gain. Actually, it looks like 3 yard gain as well. So it's actually another gain of 4 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 6. And actually looking at number 45, that reminds me of our fullback last year. What was it, Dakota Sunday?
Yep.
Who was a great offensive asset last year. Who just pounded in the zone and pretty much just doing what number 45 does for the Belle Vernon Leopards. So number 5 takes it.
It's like
Throws
pass
it.
there.
It's a nice catch over what looks like, but there's a flag on the play close by the ref close to the Mustang bench.
Brought down by Michaelowski. And number 42, Rocco Nas. Penalty marker down on the play.
So as the call comes in, looks like he's actually giving a personal foul penalty, looks like. Indeed, it looks like it is. Yes.
An eligible receiver downfield on the offense, 5 yard penalty.
An eligible receiver downfield by Belle Vernon, so that will result in a 5 yard penalty lost for the Leopards.
And now it'll be a 2nd and 11 for them, close to the 45 yard line, 46 in between that.
That's one of those penalties you don't see very often.
Nope.
It's a handoff
Pitch
to number
handoff.
5. Number
He gets
2 on
good
the left side.
blocking there.
Gets about, looks like
Nice.
he got the first down. It looks like, I'm trying to look at it, the 32. Yeah, he did first down by 2 yards. So about a 13 yard gain on that
Nice
play.
tackle.
Penalty marker down way back in the backfield by midfield, so I'll be curious to see. Might be holding, so might take back the play. And it looks like that is what the call is going to be.
Looks like he's going to be holding on Leopards. So Mustang's going to get pretty fortunate with all these penalties.
Holding on the offense, 10 yard penalty, repeat 2nd down.
So now it'll be, instead of a first down for the Leopards, it's now a 2nd and 21 yards. So Plum, like I just said, getting fortunate with all these penalties, and now the Leopards will start in their zone now with a 2nd and 21. 24, actually, my mistake.
3 yard line. Correction, 42 yard line.
So he takes it, rolls back,
It's like
doesn't
the
throw.
pass deep.
Looks like he's going to throw to number 17. Actually knows
It was
to number
wide
11, but he
open.
drops it.
Number
He got actually way open on that play, which I was quite surprised. I thought everyone was defending hard.
Yeah, Tho was just low to him, had to dive for it. Looks like he got his hands on it, but just bounced up.
Looks like it went right through his bread basket, actually.
pass intended for number 41, Mitchell Pullat.
Third down and 24.
So as it'll be a 3rd and 24 for the Leopards. It looks like it's a handoff to the right side to Nicolway, who misses one tackle. Actually gets about a 7-yard gain.
Away on the carry.
Looks like a 7-yard gain.
So that will pull up a 4th and 18, maybe? 17?
16.
Got made by number 30, Preston Sunday.
Yeah, so it's 35 seconds left in the first quarter. And for the first time tonight, the
Delivering a 4th down and 17 for the
Leopards
Leopards.
are going to punt.
Number 88, Cameron, yes.
So I don't know who's taking in the
Back
punt
deep, number
for
2,
the Mustangs,
Reed
but it looks like
Martin,
it's
number
both.
1, William
Yeah,
Guzzi.
looks like both Reed Martin and William Guzzi are going to take it. So as this kick is taken back, it's a nice kick, very high
Nice booming kick.
and it gets pretty much kicked way out of bounds. Man, that was
No, number 88, Guess, has a leg.
he kicked it from pretty much the 40, close to the 40-yard line into the end zone, and it just went straight up, it was over our heads, and we were close to 40 feet up in the air right now. So that was at least a solid 60, 80-foot kick up in the air. So, like Matt said, he has a leg.
I did hear from other members of the football team that this kicker was really good.
Yeah, just watching him during the pregame, he was making some really long kicks and punts just on the field.
This will be the last play of the first quarter as Hunter Linhart takes a snap, looks to pass, has some room to run, makes some good moves. Number 2, Reed Martin.
Pass by Linhart, complete.
Gets about a 9-yard gain for a 2nd and 2, and now the
Number 2, Reed Martin, run
first
down
quarter
the
ends,
1, Anthony
and
Bertram.
the Mustangs are losing 14-0 against the Belle Vernon Leopards.
Yeah, Reed Martin last week absolutely dominated in the game against Greater Latrobe. So it's obvious they're going to try to get him some more usage on there.
Yeah, I called him a very versatile player, and that's exactly what he was. He did everything. He punted, returned, caught some passes, and I think ran it at least once.
He could even kick some field goals while he's at it.
Yeah.
Well, he'll have to do that tonight because
Yeah.
As
you know,
Mr.
Tyler Kolonkowski tonight. So.
As Mr. Barat Reed joins us on the headset.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, a reminder to please visit the Belle Vernon area marching band.
I just want to
booster
point out, like, that was a
concession
really
stand
good stop there by the Mustangs. After giving up 2 straight touchdowns on 2 straight plays, they are able to force a punt.
Chick-fil-A sandwiches, hot sausage, steak and cheese, Bolishki, mac and cheese, pierogies, pepperoni rolls, and baked goods. Once again, the Belle Vernon area marching band booster concession stand located near the restrooms.
Yeah, you're right, man. It was a good defensive stop by the Mustangs. I mean, assisted obviously by penalties. Now we'll see if we can if they can put something together offensively.
Oh, great. That was a great job there by Billy Guzzi to, it looks like he was going to get tackled there by around 3 players, able to slip out. And the reaction there was by the hit. Looks like he did get crushed, but he's able to pop up right back up.
Gain of 6 yards on the play. First down, 10 Mustangs.
That was a good run by Guzzi, and now Mustangs with their first down of the game. Started the second quarter. We're under 11 and a half to go. Linhart running out of the gun.
Another handoff there to Billy Guzzi. Tries to break out on the outside.
And he's hit hard there by number 15, Garrett.
That is Cole Waitman.
Brought down the play by number 69, Hayden Barron.
Good job there by for the ball security of Billy, because as that big hit was coming in, his head was right on the ball. Billy was able to protect with 2 hands, not have a fumble there.
Those last 2 runs kind of different from how Billy usually does it. He usually tries to spin off all the hits, but those 2 he just went right in and tried to go through.
No, very good point, Evan. Play action by Hunter, goes over top, wide open.
Wide open there by
Nice.
great reception there by number 7 as he felt the.
That's Max Matulski.
Maximus Matulski.
We've kind of missed that. Well, we haven't seen a play like that. The Max, I think,
Since
in a
the
month.
first week.
Yeah.
First
I'd
week
say,
against
maybe.
Highlands. He was able to connect. Him and Hunter looks like they had unbelievable connection on the first week with those deep balls, and looks like their Wi-Fi is good, as Ben and AB has been saying.
They did pretty well against Albert Gallatin as well.
Yes, they did.
Another handoff there by Billy to gain about a yard or 2.
And see this the Belle Vernon Leopard team, guys. When I was watching film with Hunter Linhart, just reminded me a lot of the Upper St. Clair Trojans. Just big up front, big offensive line, big defensive line. You know, not a lot of bells and whistles, just blood and guts, round. You know, run the ball, pound it. On the ground. It's just simple football. So. Plum tested him over the middle with a pass. We'll see what Hunter does here. Oh, no.
Oh, that was a
wildcat.
Reed, yeah.
It's Reed Martins. He buries his head, maybe gets Matt, maybe 2 yards. So 3rd and long for the Mustangs, 3rd and 8.
Talked about Reed doing a lot of things, and we just saw him take a wildcat snap there.
So Hunter will come back in, see what he does here. And, I thought Plum would go for it, guys, in the first quarter when they had 4th.
Yeah,
and
so
looked
did
like
I.
less than a yard, right around this area here. They're about the 29-yard line. Be interesting here, down 14. If they don't get the first, what they'll do.
Looks like they are bringing blitz, yep. Oh, my goodness, pass intercepted.
Pass intercepted.
Yeah, Brooks just cut in there. Hunter just didn't seem to realize and tossed it right where he saw him to begin with.
Yeah, that was either, you're not going to point any fingers, obviously, but either Hunter thought he was going to zig when he should have zagged, or Brooks was going to zig when he should have zagged, one or the other.
Poor Wi-Fi connection.
Yes, poor Wi-Fi connection there. And
I think that's the only thing you can blame it on.
And sure enough, that was a turnover there. So the Leopards have the ball. Their own 38-yard line. 9:06 left to go here in the second quarter.
Let's see if the Mustangs can continue on their
Wow, right up the middle. There's Galloway.
Number 2, Larry Calloway on the carry.
Galloway just seems to be a handful here.
Yeah.
Number 1, William
These are the
Goosby.
backups.
Yes. He's a junior, so we'll probably be seeing him
Gain of
next
12
year
yards on the
when
play.
the
First
Leopards
down,
make their
Leopards.
first appearance out at Mustang Stadium.
Mustang country.
No, Matt, I know you'll probably agree with this because we've had a lot of conversations about school spirit and et cetera, et cetera. The horn sounds really cool at first, but now it's annoying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
just want to make
every
sure we're on
first
the same
down,
page.
just-
Yeah, we're all in agreement there.
Yeah, like I like that's a gain of 6. There's that Callaway
on the
again.
carry.
Yes, maybe 5. So
That was a
second
good
and
job
5.
there by Seth
Number
Northcutt to
24, Seth
grab onto the
Northcutt.
jersey, don't
Yeah,
let go,
don't
and just
let go
rip
and
down
rip
to
them
the
down.
ground.
Gain of 5 yards on the play.
You know,
Second down.
when we first heard the horn, I was like, hey, that's different. That's kind of cool. But
Yep.
now every first down, it's I guess
Yeah.
after a while you don't even hear it.
Just get used to it.
Yep.
Well,
Another
handoff.
to
Back to
Callaway.
Callaway.
here. They're
First
just-
down.
Yeah, they're just
Number 2, Callaway on the
ripping
carry.
off chunks of 5,
Tackle made by number
6,
2, Reed Martin.
7, 10 yards a pop.
I just noticed on that play, the quarterback, after he handed it off, pretended to fumble to try to trick the
Gain of
Mustangs
7
defense.
yards on the
Something
play. First
creative.
down, Leopards.
Well, I guess one way you can prevent from hearing the horn is not let him get any first downs.
Yeah.
We could just turn the mic volume up.
Yeah. Here come the Leopards again, this time to the fullbacks at 42.
45.
45.
Rogie on the carry.
Rogie on the ball carry. The carry, excuse me.
Brought down number 7, Maximus Vitalsi. Gain of 4, second down, 6.
Looks like the Mustangs have too many men on the field. Good job there by Josh George to run off the field. Passing complete there to the left side. Intended for number 17, Hunter. I'm sorry, I did not get his last name.
What was it, Garrett?
Rakonen. Hunter
Rakonen.
Hunter Rakonen.
Yeah, tried going for the quick pass. Conan just couldn't get there in time.
I wonder if their football field is a little bit tight. I know that's not possible, but or their soccer field is just long because
no, I mean it has to be regulation. It's definitely you're looking at the color. We're up higher. It looks different. There's no doubt. It's a depth perception thing, man.
Yeah.
Especially with the border around the field being different as well.
I was going to say that's definitely against rules and regulation.
Yeah. Callaway on the carry there. He's down to the 31 of the Mustangs, so it'll be 4th and 2. Probably going to go for it. It's Jackson Marzik and Akil Washington on the tackle. Jackson making his homecoming here tonight. Originally from Belle Vernon, coming back to his own home territory here. Ooh,
4th and
close,
3.
man.
Oh, that spot.
That's definitely a measurement. I think he got. Oh, wow, that's a
They
good
gave him
spot.
very generous. That's that home referee.
They called that a first down. I thought that was back.
Oh yeah,
I
agree.
That was back a foot.
Yeah, but I was talking to Jackson as I've had a few classes with him, and this is a very anticipated game. This is one of the games in the beginning of the season, he circled on his calendar.
Boy, was that Seth? Who wrapped him up?
That was 78. I think Evan Azario, maybe? No, he's 72. 78, Akil Washington.
Wrapped him and swallowed him up, and
he was hit below the chin
like
too.
4 or 5 yards.
Oh yeah.
The halfway point now of the second quarter. This is over a 3-minute drive for the Leopards.
Direct, looks like pass there.
Wide open man up the middle.
17 again there, Matt.
Whole group of tacklers bringing him down.
Good job there to gang tackle there by the Mustangs. As soon as he catches the ball, not letting him get any room to run.
Brought down by Vitalsi.
They have had issues up the middle all season.
Also Sunday on the tackle.
Yeah, they have. I'm not sure if it's their linebacking coverage or what. 3rd down and run 1 here for the Leopards. As they looks like taking a shotgun again, but there's not. It is going to be snapped there, taken by number 1. Looks like their linebacker. As the ball comes out and the Mustangs recover it. Wow.
They're going to label it.
Anthony Bertram on the carry.
They're signaling Mustangs ball.
Yeah, but
wow, that whistle
was
oh my gosh.
So quick, right?
Wow. I don't even know how to say that.
On the ground that we just didn't notice.
Yeah, maybe I missed it. Garrett,
no
chance.
What
were you gonna say?
I wasn't gonna say anything.
It looked like he was clear up from where we are. Then again,
I seriously, I honestly believe there's no chance he had to get on his knee to recover that. If you just think of, that's not a smart way to recover the ball, you know. If you either dive on it or try to scoop it up, and it looks like it just fell into the hands, and he was wide open for the fumble recovery for the taking back for 6. Hunter Linhart's under center, takes it, fakes the handoff.
Has an open man just over his hands.
Just over
Max Matulski, I believe.
Matulski's hands. So that was a really good play call. Plum had 2 receivers over on the left side of the field. So we're under 5 minutes now left in the second quarter, guys. Mustangs have the ball. Looks like right at their 14. 2 turnovers right in a row here. Interception by Hunter Linhart, followed by a fumble by the Leopards. So, sure enough,
Looks
still
like
14-0.
trips left, single coverage, screen past Reed Martin. Lowers his shoulder, gets 5 yards.
I got 6.
6
in there.
yards,
He's
yeah.
up at the 20.
What he does very well is he's not, well, at least it seems to be, he's not that make a move. He's not a bigger guy either. He's just a tough guy. He lowers his shoulder, takes on a few tacklers, tries to pick up the extra yardage.
What really helps him out is that he does have the ability to try to dodge around all those
yes.
hits.
3rd down and 4 here for the Mustangs with 4 minutes and 24 seconds left as the Leopards lead 14-0. Timeout taken
Mustangs.
by the Mustangs.
So that will be their first. They will have 2 remaining, as does
Ladies and gentlemen,
Belle
the
Vernon.
fifth and final drawing of the $1,000 BVA cheer raffle winner is Chris Hines, number 0373. Once again, Chris Hines, Hynes, number 0373. Chris, if you're present, please come up to the press box to claim your prize. Also, BVA Cheer will sell these tickets again next season in July. Please continue to support our booster programs. Thank you so much.
Being down for the Mustangs, 4:21 left to go in the second quarter. 3rd and 4.
3rd down and 4 for the Mustangs.
Oh, wow. Interception there.
By Linhart, intercepted.
61. 61 for Belle Vernon, guys.
Picked
Eric
up by number
Oblak.
22, Joey Federer.
I mean, he jumped right in front of the receiver. So
Yeah.
2 turnovers right in a row for the Mustangs, and it's a good quick hitter there by Hunter. Just
That's nothing on
Vernon.
him. That was just a great play by the defenseman there.
yeah,
Good
That's
read.
what I was going to just say, Evan. Go ahead. What were you saying, Gert?
Yeah, it was a good read by the
The defensive player.
Defensive back.
Yeah, he was right there, jumped right in front, didn't
First
hesitate.
down and 10
So
Leopards from the Mustang 24-yard line.
Leopards have the ball. Hand off to Callaway again, and there he goes. Boy, just ripping off 8,
Number
9
2,
yards of
Larry
it.
Callaway on the carry.
Chunk.
Brought down by number 8, Nicholas Sluka.
Nick Saluka with the tackle, television production 2 student. Happy belated birthday to Nick
Gain of 8 on the
Saluka.
play, 2nd down and
Birthday
2.
was last Friday, so even though we don't do birthday wishes, I did tell Nick, because I have him in class, I would wish him a happy belated birthday.
Callaway on the carry. Tripped up on the play.
Well, this is a big down here, big set of downs, even though the Leopards got a first down as they're surging towards the playoffs. I think they looked at Plum's record and kind of wanted to put Plum away here, hit that mercy rule in the first half, but it's only 14-0. They are driving, though. So Plum still hanging around, been able to move the ball a little bit. But 2 turnovers have slammed shut
First
2
down,
drives.
10 Leopards.
Inside handoff to number 45, and he's able to get gain tackle there by 3 Mustangs.
Number 45, Rogie on the carry.
Yeah, he didn't gain much there, and this is a little different for the Leopards. They've been getting 5, 6, 7,
Brought
8
down by
yards
number 24, Seth
a
Lorca.
chunk
Number
on
30,
first down.
Vincent Sunday.
So that was a gain of 1,
Gain of a yard,
maybe
2nd down
2.
9.
Think 1. So 2nd and long for the Leopards as we're now under 3 minutes left to go in the second quarter.
Another shotgun snap here.
Yeah, they seems very
Yeah.
common, run out of that Wildcat. You know, we do the same.
Inside handoff to number 22 as he's immediately tackled there. Great
Right.
tackle there by Seth Norcutt.
Number 22, Joey Federer on the carry.
Federer on the run there, and just a gaggle of Plum
Brought
tacklers.
down by
Like you
number
said,
24,
Matt,
Northcutt.
led by TV Production 3 student.
Yep. Shout out to my group. He's in my group.
Yeah, not anymore. We moved you. But,
Oh, okay.
no.
Okay.
Same TV group as student section leader Matt Carroll. Good tackle
Power
by
group.
Seth. Callaway's just a load to bring down. He's gang tackled probably around the 6.
Looks like he's a
maybe the
yard short.
5.
Yard short of the first down, so it will be
Yeah.
fourth
And they're
down and a yard and a half. I don't know. It might punt it.
They're definitely going to go for it. And 4th and 1. They just want to bury this straight ahead punch. I'd be stunned if it was anything but a run. So we're now under 150 left to go here.
They
in the
are
second
taking it
quarter.
under center, and looks like their big fullback, number 45, is in, so I wouldn't be surprised if it hands it off to him.
Oh.
And 3 guys jump off sides.
Boy, I did not see Belle Vernon jump there either, guys. That's going to be against Plum, I believe.
Encroachment on the defense.
Yeah, there it is.
So we'll half the distance to the goal, but huge play by the Leopards. So that will give them an automatic first down at the Plum 2. No siren there when the Leopards just got a first down. That was something
I
different.
think they're getting tired of themselves.
Yes.
Inside handoff to number 2 for a Leopards touchdown.
That puts Belle Vernon up 20-0.
With just a minute 24 left in the half for the Mustangs, so try to strike back.
The one thing I have seen with the Mustangs thus far this season is they've just been not unlucky, but unable to convert on good field position and good opportunities to score, which happened in the McKeesport game, happened here.
Yeah, once they get on the short side of the field, they just can't seem to put it all together.
Happened in Connellsville. Yeah, they have good field position. They just looks like they are not able to recover it.
That kick goes down the hill.
Yeah, that kick went through
Kick might have
over
the net.
maybe
down
hit a
the
car.
hill. Might have hit a car down in someone's front yard.
Tonight's jackpot is worth $605. And your winning number, 8-3.
So it's 21-0.
9-1.
Mustangs down.
7-6.
We'll see what they come up with here. I'm sure Hunter Linhart will have the Mustangs and try to move them into some sort of scoring range.
Yeah, being honest here, when in this kind of situation, the Mustangs do have a habit of trying and run it. It hasn't worked for them. They need to try to switch it up when they're in these late half situations.
Well, also it depends on the kickoff also. If
Yeah.
their kicker's able to boot it in the end zone and Plum has to drive 80 yards in a minute 24 with 2 timeouts, I mean, possible, maybe not probable. If Reed Martin or Billy Guzzi can squeeze the ball out to the 30, 35, or 40, then you're talking a whole different game here.
On a kickoff for the Leopards, number 88, Cameron Guess.
Guess kicking off here. 3 for 3 on PATs. And away we go. Good kick. It's going to go out of bounds.
Yep, out of bounds there. So penalty.
So that should,
Flag.
does that give Plum the ball right at the 35, guys?
I think so, yeah.
Yep.
Should be 30 or 35.
Now I'm confused there. If he was able to land that inbounds first, then bounce out of bounds, is that still
Yeah,
a?
it's still, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, so that should bring it out to the 35 at least.
Yep, the refs there signaling for that.
So
So this is
65 yards, a minute and 24 seconds, 2 timeouts. Mustangs trying to jab away and chip away at their score here.
I think, you'll see the Leopards come out with their typical, they play like a 4-4. So I see now that it looks like a 4-3.
Yep.
So you wonder if Plum will try to expose them over the middle like they did
We do
earlier.
have a claim on tonight's half to take. Thank you very much for participating.
Linhart just with a short pass there, can't
Pass
connect.
incomplete.
Yeah, Hunter had a lot of time in the pocket. That pass there was just just not on target. So
Yeah, it looked like he was rushing it.
does have time. The protection's been good. So let's see what he comes up with next. Good pitch and catch there by
Number 10.
Pass complete to number 10, Ryan
Hubner.
Brought down by number 6,
So
Andrew
it'll be
Pasak.
3rd and 4. Plum doesn't want to use a timeout this early.
Goes into a huddle.
Oh,
Pass is incomplete.
Right through
Number
Ryan's
10,
hands
Ryan
there.
Hubner.
you got to go for it.
Bring up 4th down.
You're down by
and
3
4.
touchdowns. There's a minute left. You got to go for it, right?
Matt Morgan, I think, disagrees with you there.
Yeah, he does disagree with me. And Mustangs will punt, so
24-second drive.
On to punt number 2, Reed Martin. Back deep, number 17, Hunter Riccone.
Timeout, Belle Vernon.
Oh, that was an unorganized timeout there. Belle Vernon with 2 timeouts left, guys. You know what? They get good field position. They just might have hurt themselves there a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know why they would call timeout. If maybe they're expecting a fake and Coach Matt Humbert's getting the team prepped. Or he might be setting up for a block or a return. But does want to talk it over.
I could see a fake happening because 4th and 4 at this point in the game, going for the punt does not seem like the best decision.
I was thinking in my head they could maybe fake it.
And they faked before.
Yeah.
They do have Reed back there, so he has the
Yes.
capabilities of pulling off a play.
That's why I was
don't
thinking.
think it's going
But
to
again,
be a
I don't think
fake,
that-
but
Yeah, I don't believe so either, but
I'm curious to see if Belle Vernon, we have like 8, 9 guys up front. No,
Nope.
they're not setting it up for anything. Nice high.
and
punt.
fair catch at the 32-yard line.
So there's 54.3 seconds left. Interesting now what Belle Vernon will do. Potentially with their new quarterback, is this where you want to kind of push the envelope a little bit?
Chinese auction basket of Avon products purchased at the table near the concession stand.
Or will they just run the ball and go into halftime up 21-0? Be interesting what the play call is here, guys. They do have 4 wide receivers, so I think they are going to attack.
Again, the winning number, please go back to the table where you purchased it.
Short passing complete.
Intended for Hunter Rokinen.
Yeah, Plum got actually good pressure on the quarterback there. So 2nd and 10 for the Leopards.
Brings up 2nd down and 10 from the Leopard 31.
I think now you try one more pass play. If it's incomplete, you just run it, and you don't want to throw an interception, have it return for a touchdown in a game that you've handled so far. Now you're in a little bit of a dogfight. We'll see, though. And that's what they're going to do, hand off to Callaway. And he just
He's gonna
flies
break
up the middle here.
No.
And he's going to, looks like he's going to outrun the Mustangs defense. That's going to be a touchdown.
Wow. 38
Leopards.
seconds left.
And I think that was just a play to get into halftime
Yeah.
and be happy to be up 21-0. Now the Leopards are up 27-0. PAT pending.
That's again with the up the middle issues the Mustangs have been having. Extreme example right there.
I think it's appropriate to start calling him Big Play Callaway now.
Yeah, we can't. Garrett, that's good.
How long have you been sitting on that one?
Callaway.
About 30
Well,
minutes.
he's well over 100. Well over 100 yards.
Great showing, especially considering he is the backup kicker.
Yes.
As another one goes down the hill.
Backup running back, you mean, Evan?
I
Yes, running back.
watching the play just messed that up a bit.
Yes, backup running back.
Yep.
He'd be a good fantasy football player. I don't think anyone had him in their high school fantasy league, right, Matt?
Well, I actually picked him up, started him. Yeah, so I'm licking my chops here.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. So, yeah, so the backup playing tonight well over 100 yards, a 69-yard scamper. And so Little Jimi Hendrix going on in the background, which was made famous, if you're a professional wrestling fan, by the New World Order, the NWO.
I knew this from somewhere. I used to be a
Yes.
huge wrestling fan.
Yes, your dad would have recognized this, Garrett, right off the bat. So,
See, I actually picked up and started the entire Belle Vernon team.
Belle Vernon team.
Great faith in your home team, I see.
I would have drafted the entire Gateway Gators team.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gateway Gators or the
Oh, is
Penn
there?
Trafford team. Or whoever plays Albert Gallatin, because they've struggled. And speaking of
Oh,
Albert
yeah.
Gallatin, did want to talk about that tonight. We will not see them
Oh yeah.
on
yeah.
our schedule next year because their school board has approved them to succeed from the WPIL. So they will play a non-conference schedule against teams from West Virginia and Maryland next year.
Billy Guzzi takes the return.
Oh, good job.
Turns it
reversing
around.
Field.
One
Boy,
guy to beat. Oh,
he
my.
kicks to the
Oh,
outside
my.
here.
Number
Get up
23 to
about
get
the
Jumps
by.
over another man there. That's
Wow.
just incredible play by Guzzi.
Wow, that's a
See, and I think the refs missed another call there by a face mask. Looks like when he was cutting back field, his head turned almost 90 degrees.
fantastic run there, and you just
Great
put
way
the
to
moves on
keep
everybody.
cutting back.
I think Hunter Plum has 2 timeouts here, guys. I think Hunter has to attack the middle
Yep.
of the field, throw it 15, 20 yards to the middle of the field, and try to throw it in the end zone. And hopefully Plum can get a quick score.
At least put up some points there.
First down and 10, Mustangs to the Leopard 49.
He has had time to throw.
Yeah, our offensive line has been coming up big recently.
Has all day to throw, guys. He's going deep.
Goes deep.
Double covered, though.
Oh,
Can't take it in.
It's a good
Right
play
over the
call,
hands.
and that was a good throw. Was that to Max? I believe that was to Max Matulski.
Yes.
So I would do the same play again.
Yeah, that was a great throw by Hunter, just going into double coverage. Max couldn't see it.
Down, 10.
Hunter has so much time to throw, so unlike what we've seen in games past.
Yeah, recently the offensive line's been stepping up. It's great to see as
Oh,
spins
Hunter
off
wants
one
to go
man,
around the outside.
tripped up.
Number 14, Hunter Linhart brought down in the backfield. Sack recorded by number 9, Damani Johnson.
So Plum they have to call timeout, right?
And they
Coach
do.
Morgan not real happy now, yelling at the offensive line.
I think that was because they were all walking into the huddle.
Clock operator, can you please put 10 seconds on the clock?
So with 10 seconds left in the second quarter, you assume 3rd and 12. Hunter's just going to lay this up for almost like a Hail Mary. Now, if Hunter can drop back to the 40 and he can get up to almost the 50, he can put this close to the end zone. So we'll see what the call here is.
Yeah, but I kind of heard some of Coach Morgan's conversation. It sounds like they are going to take one more shot downfield.
Third down and
Bad
14
ears.
for the Mustangs.
Quick fire. Almost brought in.
Pass by
Close.
Linhart incomplete.
Well, and your Plum will have
Well,
to go.
4
for it
seconds
here.
left, so
Yeah, 3.9, Evan.
Broken
4th
up by
and
number 2,
14.
Larry Galloway.
I mean, this is, unless there's a penalty, all intents and purposes, the last play of the half. So
4th down and 14.
Hunter should just light this up, throw it as far as he can.
Morgan seemed like he gave the signal to just try it again. That was almost an incredible catch by Brooks.
Yeah, I did see it, almost like a juju Smith-Schuster.
Yeah, you almost lost him.
So 3 down
Yeah.
linemen here for the Leopards.
And he's going to do a quick pass. Stays on his feet. Almost gets around, but taken out of bounds at the 32-yard line to end the half.
Luca forced out of bounds and at the end of the first half of play. The score, the Belle Leopards 28 and the Plum Mustangs nothing.
So 28-0 in halftime, guys, as Garrett goes up and gets the scoreboard. And so Mustangs move the ball a little bit, 2 costly turnovers, long touchdown run by the Leopards, and there you have it, 28-0. So now please stay tuned now for the Plum High Band. We'll listen to a little bit of West Side Story and the Belle Vernon area high school marching band. But the rain's coming though, so I'm trying to think here. Let's we're gonna have to move this all back. I don't know, I'm debating. I don't know how hard it's going to be. Yeah. Let's wait till after the Belle Vernon band. And then we'll not have to do Mr. Brock. I need to think about bringing on After the Belle Vernon band plays, we'll move it back. We'll have to throw the bags back there. This might be okay, but we're going to have to slide everything.
December 2017, the world was taken by storm with the 20th Century Fox mega-hit movie, The Greatest Showman, a movie that rewrote the stars of P.T. Barnum's life story. This wise man once said, "The noblest art is that of making others happy." And that is what the Belle
I want to wait till.
to you all tonight.
I want to wait till
Under the field
after.
leadership of drum majors Robbie
about
Speakus
this?
and Gabriel Reed,
Yeah, that'll be good.
they proudly present to you their 2018 show, The Greatest Showman.
I thought I had that. I always bring my umbrellas and stuff, but we're just gonna move it back. We're gonna move it back. We're gonna wait.
I mean,
till
it's
after.
literally not raining right now.
Yeah, I know, but it's coming.
Really.
It's coming home. That's the road. So.
Are you ready? 8, 7, 6, 5,
How many bags do you have?
4, 3.
Yeah, you know what? If you can give me 2 or 3, I'll just throw it over here in the camera. That'll be no. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for.
Comes up with a bag.
Oh, I thought this was.
Cover the dry cap. Here it comes. Matt, can you run out to the car?
Yeah.
Okay, listen. Open my hatch. Okay?
In your trunk?
Well, the hatch, yeah. Double click this one. As soon as you open it up, there's like a little trap hidden in the door. Open that up. Yeah, that's where I keep the drug. And there's at least one umbrella. I got the tape up kissing me too. Yeah, we're gonna tape. This stuff will be good. We're not gonna touch anything. This is fine. No, we're good. Matt's gonna get the umbrella. Stay back. this should be pretty much okay.
Okay, we're back as we're preparing for the beginning of the second half here in Belle Vernon. Mustangs looking to overcome a 28-point deficit to attempt to win this. Garrett, your thoughts?
Well, I thought, contrary to popular belief, I thought the Mustangs' offense played pretty decent in the first half if they just didn't have those 2 heartbreaking interceptions. Maybe 3, I believe. My bad. But I think if they were allowed to continue those drives and they weren't intercepted, they could have made them into something, and they'd probably have some points on the board.
Yeah, this is one of those games where the score doesn't tell the complete story. Although the Mustangs aren't performing amazing, they aren't performing as bad as it may seem. They've just had a couple big mistakes that's cost them. They are driving down the field a lot more than they have been recently, so it's good to see, and it shows they have the opportunity at least.
So we come back here and after halftime. It is raining significantly.
Yeah, the forecast didn't say until 11 o'clock, but it is pouring down here at what's the stadium name again?
Belle Vernon. We're at Belle Vernon here.
I thought they had the stadium name.
Well,
James Ware Stadium.
There
yes.
it is, James Ware.
Yeah, we had to prep everything up at halftime. A little bit frantic, but I think we got everything nice and set. We handled everything.
Yeah,
quite
might I just say,
alright.
as far as the experience here, this is something like no other so far.
That is true. That's true.
Almost everything about today, from the location, it's incredible.
Yeah, this is actually the first time I'm actually going to be recording in the rain in my past 2 years of experience, so I guess I've been pretty lucky for the past 1 3/4 of the season, I guess.
Yeah, hopefully it ends soon.
So as the teams warm up for the second half, the Mustangs will, of course, receive the kick. And there's also kind of a slight wind that's going on now because of the rain coming in.
Yeah, there was some wind in the first half, but it's picking up so far.
It's a little band coming through, so we'll get rained on a little bit, then it will clear up.
Looks as though for the third quarter, the wind's in the Mustangs' favor.
But we did say, though, when we went out on the beach before the game, when we were touched the field, the gold field that's been here now for 4 years at BVA, as they nickname it, the beach, that it's not a high cut artificial grass. It's almost like artificial turf, like a cross between artificial grass and artificial turf. And the one comment I did say to Coach Morgan was, boy, I'd hate to play here when it rains because I think the field could be pretty slick. So we're gonna experience that a little bit here firsthand.
Yeah, the way it was cut reminded me of like arena football, indoor football, where it's just very low to the ground. A lot different from like the turf you'd see at Mustang Stadium.
Yeah, no doubt, Evan. You're absolutely correct.
A $2 million investment by Belle Vernon to get this field installed.
Yeah, I know. One of the things I've never thought of is having a purple field at Plum. Now I'm thinking second thoughts about that. How cool would that be?
I think that would be awesome. Cool with gold lettering. That'd be nice.
Oh, no doubt, Garrett. Something different. Like, what's actually unique about this field is not only is it Vegas gold, but the green, I think, looks pretty good because it's not a bright green. It's almost like a dull olive green, and the hash marks are black.
Yeah, the center field logo almost looks like the field coming through the gold. It looks very nice.
Agreed, Evan.
The Mustangs should take a gold field to the whole new level if they used our color.
That would be a sight to see, and be in stark contrast to their white-on-white jerseys, but they wouldn't wear them there.
So we're ready to start the second half, guys. We're covered up, umbrellaed up, and we're ready to go. Matt Carroll on the camera.
As the kick is up and it looks like it's going to the end zone, and it does go in the end zone,
Yeah.
so the Mustangs will start in the 20-yard line.
Just a low missile of a kick, just long straight through.
So Plum will take over on the 20. The rain now slowing down, guys, and we'll still leave everything covered here.
So the Mustangs will take over now on the 20-yard line.
First down and 10 from
And
their
I'm
own 20-yard line.
just noticing this now, but it appears Belle Vernon has a jaguar or a leopard mascot.
Yeah, I just said that right before
Oh,
halftime.
sorry.
No, I said it off the air. I
Oh.
said, I see the mascot, the leopard.
Kind of blends in with the field a little bit, so it was kind of hard to see him.
Yeah.
Brought down by number 1, Anthony Bertra. Loss of 2 on the play. Second down and 12.
Mustangs lining up shotgun, their usual 3-wide right. Linhart bobbles the snap a bit, sends it downfield, almost
Oh,
brought
man.
in, just can't hold on.
That is,
Pass intended for number 10, Ryan.
yeah,
Ryan Huebner.
Ryan Huebner there.
Like the play call. Like the play call.
Honestly, at first it looked like an interception, then it looked like Huebner had it, and then it just ended up falling to the ground. Great throw by Linhart, though, just couldn't connect fully.
Yeah.
And I'm back.
Matt Carroll.
So I see you guys. Garrett would rather not hold the umbrella and use the camera, huh?
Yeah, well, some people aren't cut out for the voice.
Garrett's cut out for the voice. Garrett's fine on the voice.
And the Mustangs punting unit will be coming on now.
So quick 3 and out there by the Mustangs, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And
No gain on the play. 4th down and 12.
rain has settled down, so we had a quick little shower.
Punt number 2,
Reed Martin back to punt.
Back deep is number 17, Hunter Ragonin.
And Raconin takes it.
Takes it to the outside. Tripped up at the 35-yard line and brought out of bounds.
Like, good tackle there by number 10.
Great
Huebner.
field position for the Leopards to start out here on their first drive of the second half.
Actually, Sunday.
it-
Sunday was the one that made the tackle.
Penalty down on the field. Don't know who it's on yet.
Seems as though the rain has stopped temporarily.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a quick circuit through, so
We're happy with that.
could
Yeah.
be the end of it. Never know at this rate, though.
Got to stay prepared.
The ref's still discussing the penalty call on the field.
Just want to give some credit where credit is due. Looks like Belle Vernon's student section is all gone. So you would not see that back in Mustang country.
Yeah, they usually leave at the end of the third.
Well,
Oh.
yeah,
Ooh.
but not at the end of the half.
Yeah, not at the end of the half. They usually
Yeah.
leave at the end of the third,
Yep.
so this is true. Nah, I disagree with that. The Plum, a lot of the Plum student body, they hung out
Oh, yeah.
towards the end of the last
You
game.
disagree with
That's-
your own statement.
Yeah, no, I was just poking fun at
Yeah,
you.
they stick around, have some fun with each other.
A couple of friends came up and visited us near the end of our broadcast last week.
Yep, you probably overheard them. Mr.
Yeah.
Brat, not
Yeah, I think
controlling
Matt
them
Carroll
at
might
all.
have been one of them. So
Well.
we always has to compare the other student sections to, dare I say, as he takes ownership, his student section.
Proud leader.
Proud leader of the 2018 Plum Mustang student section. So here we are. Leopards now under center at their 41-yard line. I think we're going to see, as Garrett called him, big game Callaway here.
Big play, Callaway.
launched downfield, unable to connect.
Pass
Look-
by a little bit intended for number 17, Ragonin, incomplete.
Honestly, looked like there could have been some pass interference there by the
Yeah,
Mustangs.
I was just
no
about
call,
to
though.
say.
Yeah, I
Just about to
agree.
say.
I mean, Raconin, well, he was covered, though, so
I disagree, actually. I think that was offensive.
pushed off a little
offensively,
bit.
Started. Looks like he almost pulled him into him. So, I don't know.
Forgot to mention also, there was a 15-yard penalty on the kick against Belle Vernon, so they're back at their own 40.
Oh, they
Great
got
tackle
Callaway
there.
there.
Great tackle.
I think that was his. I don't think he's had a loss this whole entire game so far. So it was a loss of. I don't understand how that was just a loss of 1 or 2, but 3rd and 12.
Tackle they made by Preston Sunday. He was our starting running back until he got injured in, I believe, week 2 it was. Came back, mostly played defense, and performed very well since. So it's 3rd and 12 now for Belle Vernon,
Would not be surprised if this is a run.
and it is.
Boy, 2 spins by Callaway.
And he's going to be taken down at the 45.
Brought down by number 30, Sunday.
Gain about 6, so it's 4th and 6.
Yep.
Got a punt, right? But I don't know. They might
doesn't
be at
look
the.
like they have
yeah, I
their
don't think
punting
they're
unit going
bringing
out.
out the punting unit. I think Coach Humbert.
Bring up 4th down and 7
I think Coach Humbert's looking at it like this is a good test for our backup quarterback. Let's see where we're at. We're not fearful of Plum's. We're not fearful of Plum's offense. So, is 4th down.
Scrambles out right.
Intercepted.
Nice.
Is that
I can
Seth?
No, that's Max Matulski.
Nice.
I did think
Matulski.
that was Seth at first, too.
Same. I saw the Plum coaches on the sideline making an X with their arms. I wonder if that meant it was a special play, but if it was, it definitely worked out there.
So Mustangs get the ball just across midfield at the Leopard 48-yard line. We'll see what Plum does here. 9:02 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Mustangs down by 4 touchdowns, 28-0. See if Hunter Linhart and the offense can muster a drive.
Great defensive stand by the
Play
Mustangs.
action. Oh, then how is that
Uh,
non-interference? That's intercepted again.
And
Hunter
there's
kind
a
of
flag
lost it
after
up
the
there.
whistle.
No flag.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be excessive celebration. So that'll move the ball back from the Belle Vernon 38 to the Belle Vernon 23. But, boy, that guy rode right up Max Matulski's back. That was a blatant interference call. No call by the referee.
Garrett, I believe this is your cue.
Play smarter.
There it is.
Dead ball foul after the play. Personal foul on Plum.
What?
15-yard penalty. First down.
No specifics on the call, but apparently that call was on the Mustangs.
I
I don't
I don't
agree
know.
with that.
That's, I don't know.
Overall, a very confusing play, but. So Belle Vernon is going to take over on the Mustang 48-yard line.
1st down and 10, Leopards from the Mustang 48-yard line.
Hands it off again to Callaway. Jumps around another man and about a gain of 8.
Callaway on the carry. Brought down by number 67, Joshua George, and number 7, Maximus Matulski.
So Max and Josh, that is George and Matulski,
On the play, 2nd down, 2.
on the stop, but Belle Vernon with a gain of 8, 2nd and 2 is, I think we're going to just see them guys grind it out here, try to get that 5th touchdown and get the mercy rule. Do not think we'll see the quarterback throw it at all. And as I say that, he does play
Yeah.
action. Wide open.
Number 1 gets by Matulsi, gets by another man. Great block, but
Gets
actually
down to the
gets in.
10-yard line.
That's Anthony Bertram.
Anthony Bertram.
He's a senior. He's 6
Brought
foot.
down by number 2, Reed Martin.
Also plays linebacker, 215, as he went rumbling, stumbling, tumbling all the way down to the Mustang 11-yard line.
39 yards on the play.
So it's
First
about a
down.
39-yard gain. Ah, we missed that horn. We haven't heard the horn here in about an hour, right, Matt?
Oh, yeah.
And we're glad we got
know.
that back going.
Oh, my
So
God, yeah.
now we're under 8 minutes to go.
Part of the different atmosphere I mentioned about Belle Vernon.
The rain has come back. Seems to be a little, good run there.
And just trudging
on his
through.
Yeah,
He's going to get down to about
yeah.
the 3-yard line.
Bertram on the carry.
And he had their first touchdown, I believe, guys. They put him in, and he kind of blasted it through.
Yeah.
So getting real close here to another touchdown by the Leopards is
Preston Sunday.
first and goal at the 1.
Gain of 10 yards on the play. First down, goal Leopards.
The wind's starting to pick up, too, here.
And Bertram pounds it in for the Leopards
Number 1,
touchdown.
Anthony Bertram into the end
That
zone.
makes it
Touchdown,
34-0.
PAT pending.
PAT pending. I've said that 4 other times tonight. So now with the PAT pending, if it goes in, that
Oh,
will
the
enact
PA
the mercy rule for
Well,
the
the
Belle
PAT
Vernon
pending.
Leopards.
Anthony Guess is 4 for 4 tonight.
Number 5, Noel Labuda. Long snappers, number 22, Joey Federer.
And
Oh,
misses.
puts it
looks
right
wide
there.
left.
Oh,
That's good.
Might have just been the angle.
squeaks it in.
Does. Kind of a line shot there. So
With 7:25 left in the third quarter, it's going to be a continuous clock from here out.
So it is 35-0 here at James Weir Stadium as the Leopards jump out to a 5-touchdown lead. So we'll see what Hunter Linhart, the Mustang offense, comes out with now. Down by 35.
Although they haven't scored yet, I do like how they've been incorporating the pass game a lot more than they have.
No, that's a good point, Evan. I think Plum tonight you've seen I would say essentially a 50-50 mix of run and pass. Not too dominant with the run, not too dominant with the pass. So
Yep, usually in the games, it's been heavily relying on the running backs.
Coming on to kick off for the Leopards, number 88, Cameron Guess. Lined up deep for the Plum Mustangs is number 1, William Guzzi, and number 2, Reed Martin.
And the kick is going to be yet another touchback.
So the clock will start here. Clock now, just a review for the mercy rule. Matt Carroll just asked off the headset. You didn't hear him. Why isn't the clock running? Now the clock will run now. The only time the clock will stop will be on an injury or a change of possession. So incomplete pass, penalty, clock should continue to move. So Plum comes out, 1st and 10 on their own 20.
First down and 10, Mustangs to their own 20.
And
It's
false start on
offsides.
the defense.
Is that Hunter under center?
Dead ball foul. Encroachment
No, it
on
is
the
not. I think
No,
they
it's
just put in
not.
number 12, the freshman.
Jacob Miller.
Yep.
That is Jacob Miller, number 12. He sees his first varsity action. I'm looking, I'm like, boy, Hunter got small.
Number 1, Guzzi on the carry.
We did see a little bit of Jacob Miller a couple weeks ago, I remember.
Oh, did he get in at Albert Gallatin?
I thought
I think it was
McKeesport, I believe, right?
Did he? No,
I think it was
he
Pine-
wasn't
Pine
McKeesport.
Richland, I believe.
I thought he was in at least one play in McKeesport.
What do you mean Pine Richland? Did you just say
Not,
Pine Richland?
I meant Penn Trafford, sorry.
Penn Trafford? Did he get in?
I believe he was in
remember.
for about one series.
Was he? I don't remember. You might be right.
I don't remember which game it was. I do remember seeing him in action.
It was not against McKeesport because they kept
Yeah.
Hunter into the end.
Fumbled snap. Hangs on, but he's going to get sacked 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Brought down in the backfield.
And that was Hunter Linhart right there.
Well,
Sack
That was
recorded
still,
by number 41, Mitchell Pola.
that was still Jake Miller.
Yeah, it was still
Um,
Jake Miller, actually.
Yeah, the
And
loudspeaker mentioned Hunter Linhart. Kind of got a
number
bit confused there.
41, that was Mitchell. I can't even see it. Mitchell Polot on the sack, junior defensive lineman.
Miller scrambling to the right.
Ooh.
Incomplete
Pass
pass.
is incomplete.
So
Bounces
Plum
off
will
the hands.
now punt.
Intended for number 10, Hubner. Batted down by number 9, Damani Johnson.
Yeah, Ryan leaped to try to catch that, just couldn't hang on.
They'll bring up 4th down, 11. On to punt for the Mustangs is number 2, Reed Martin. Back deep to receive, number 17, Hunter Ricconen.
Good punt there.
A good punt by Reed. Conan kind of caught it, and
But it's fielded by Ricconen.
good punt by Reed. Cornered it. Didn't do a heck of a lot there, and that was that. So Belle Vernon starts off up 35-0. 5:14 left to go here in the third quarter.
First down and 10 for the Leopards from their own 46-yard line.
So 5 minutes left in the game. Belle Vernon takes over as the rain once again calms down a bit.
It's been off and on.
Quick handoff to number 45 and stopped after a gain of about 1 yard.
Number 45, Gage Rogie on the carry.
So we'll be seeing some new numbers here for
2 yards, 2nd down 8.
Belle Vernon as they start working in some of their second and third stringers. You know, if you're unfamiliar with Belle Vernon is in Quad A. Plum used to be Quad. That used to be the highest classification. Belle Vernon in Quad A now. They have one loss overall. That was to Thomas Jefferson. If you're a Plum fan, you should be familiar. Thomas Jefferson typically always playing for the Whitfield Championship. Typical playoff team. But their conference, Ringgold, who Plum has played in the past, Trinity, who Plum has played in the past, Laurel Highlands, who Plum has played in the past, Indiana, who Plum has played in the past, and Greensburg-Salem, West Mifflin, and TJ. And Belle Vernon is 5-1. They will finish second in the section because tied with them will be West Mifflin, and they beat West Mifflin last week. I believe it was 28-12. So, sorry, Evan.
Sorry. QB sneak for the first down.
I mentioned that in my intro.
Yes. Was it 28-12?
Yeah.
Yes.
And so what will happen now, Garrett, is more than likely they'll be a top seed, and they will have a home playoff game here in the first round against probably a third place team from another section.
A home game here
Takes
would
a launch
would have a big
downfield,
advantage.
just overthrown.
There's no reason, absolutely, positively, no reason to throw the ball up 35-0 with the ball at midfield. But you can make the argument also, it's a new quarterback. He has not looked particularly sharp. He's looked okay, but probably want to get him some reps. So,
Second down and 10.
So yeah, that's number 6, Andrew Pekak.
and it is a different
man
quarterback.
breaks through,
I
gets-
apologize. Ooh, dangerous.
Almost sacked there by what looks like, I think, Jaden Nichols. Or
Good play by the quarterback to just stiff arm him away and get the ball off.
Yeah.
So as we're under 2 minutes left to go now in the third quarter.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
3rd and 10 for the Leopards, up 35-0.
run up the middle, direct snap. Good tackle there.
That was a good tackle.
Face sack on the keeper, brought down by number 11, Marzik. Penalty
There
marker
is a
down
flag
the
on the
play.
field.
So Marzik, the former Belle Vernon Leopard, making the tackle.
I'm glad to see Jackson get in. I actually said something to Matt Morgan earlier. I said, I hope you play Jackson. Let him play a little bit here against his former team.
Personal foul. Face mask on the defense. 15-yard penalty.
Garrett.
First down.
Yep, play smarter.
Play smarter.
Although with the face mask penalties, there's always a chance that it was incidental, but
Yeah.
any personal foul.
Yes,
Yeah,
oh,
applies to.
absolutely. So, Leopards kind of continuing
First
their
down and
drive
10
here.
Leopards.
You don't want to see that.
Thanks to the flag.
Yes, and that's the second time that's happened tonight, guys. So, Leopard ball on the 24-yard line. Again, a pass.
Oh.
That's incomplete. There's no way he caught that.
Yeah, I hit the ground a little bit.
Number 3, Rose on the coverage. Second down and 10.
So this should essentially be, unless it's a touchdown by the Leopards or a turnover, this should be the last play of the third quarter, guys, because
The
running clock, 4 seconds left on the 25-second game clock, shot clock, excuse me, inside handoff.
And
Number
it's going to get
2.
around one man. And
Now, I don't know if that was 2. That might have been 5, Garrett.
Oh,
Number 2,
really?
Gary Calloway on the
Oh, it was
carry.
Callie.
Yep.
Yep, no,
that's going to
number
be
2.
another first down. Cue the train.
So the clock will stop momentarily to place the ball, and then it will continue. So last play of the third quarter, guys.
Skinner to play down to the Mustangs.
So we'll switch sides here. So Mustangs down 35-0 as we proceed into the fourth quarter.
That'll end the third quarter of play.
Oh, you can hear the Mustangs band playing their hype-up song, Lowrider. They love playing this, as I've talked to many members of the band. It's a little hard to hear with Jump playing over.
Now, here comes the music blasting as we get ready for the fourth quarter. And here comes the rain again.
It's been off and on all night.
We're hearing a little jump around. I never thought I'd hear this song at a high school football game, but
Here we are.
yeah, just don't jump up and down on their press box, guys, because we are a great facility. We're on the third floor in some rotted wood planks. We were told not to step off because we might fall through. So if anyone starts jumping, I don't want to fall through.
That might be it for the Plum TV production.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. Leopards come out. Mustangs already set up on defense, guys. 12 minutes to go, 35-0. Let's see what Plum has left in the tank here. See if they can keep the Leopards out of the end zone. Oh, just missed the sack.
Comes back a second time
Oh,
and does get
nice.
him that time.
By number 7, Max Matulski.
Yep. Max there.
And that's going to push them all the way back to the 25-yard line. The rain's really coming down now. So it's going to be 2nd and 20 now for Belle Vernon.
Inside handoff to number 22. Gets taken down there by number 10, Hubner.
Number 22, Joey Federer on the carry. Brought down by number 7, Batalski, and number 10, Hubner. Gain of 8, third down and 12.
We're now rejoined by our lead man, Garrick Poe.
What's up, guys? Hate the rain. Filming in these conditions is like I said before, it's my first time ever that I have to deal with this.
Yep.
In my 2 years I've been filming for the football team, as number 2 takes the handoff to about the 12-yard line.
Shockingly fun holding an umbrella while commentating.
Evan, I didn't understand when you just said that
Yeah,
we were joined by lead man Garrett Poe. Like, I'm here on the headset. I mean, Matt Carroll's a big deal around the school.
I am the big deal around here.
Matt Carroll might be a little bit of a bigger deal, so like at least maybe number 3.
So we established it now.
We tried that. We're joined by the irrelevant Garrick Poe.
Yeah,
Hey!
that's a little better. 4th and 4, guys, for the Leopards.
Quick toss to the end zone.
Did
Looks
he get
like-
one foot in?
And as you know, they
Touchdown.
given a
Wow.
call, so it'll be 41-0 now for the Vernon Leopards.
From where I saw it, he looked completely out of bounds.
Looks like
but
he was almost like a foot or two out of bounds.
I mean, he made it in by the soccer out of bounds.
Yep.
But I would love to see the replay on that one.
although
Can we
their
send
end
it-
zone, the
can we
color
send it
is
to
a little
replay?
bit. Sorry.
Challenge.
The color of their end zone is a little bit like stuck in, so there is a bit where it blends in to the sidelines. That might be part of the issue.
On to attempt the point after is number 88, Cameron Gus. 5, Nolan Labuda is the holder. Long snapper number 22, Joey Federer.
So as number 88 for the Leopards takes a kick, and he kicks it and goes over the net again and into the road
And nails
for the
the
third
try.
time.
There's a house down there getting a pretty good amount of souvenirs.
And I think he just hit that car driving by.
It's kind of funny, actually. It might have. I see the
Yeah,
traffic coming by, yeah.
I don't think the car might have just run the ball over.
Or kicking itself and kicking it for a field goal back
Taking
into
it
the
as
field.
a souvenir, maybe. From the beach.
Beach. Getting a little wet at the beach here, guys, as the rain now is a little bit harder.
Just slightly under 10 minutes left in the game.
Hey, it's hurricane season, so
Yeah, I think we're past hurricane season.
Just a little bit.
I think we're a little bit
Just a
too
little
north.
So you know what, honestly, guys, I don't know if we're going to see, we definitely shouldn't see another pass thrown by Belle Vernon up 42-0. I don't know.
Well, I mean, we did say that when it was 35-0.
Yes.
They came out almost the
No,
entire.
no doubt, Matt. You're absolutely correct. I don't know if we'll see anything now.
So as some of the fans are actually still here, I see a lot of people on the concourse as well. Fans still dealing with the rain.
Mustangs number 1, William Guzzi.
Belle Vernon stands full of the senior parents and family. For all kinds of sports, they had a big ceremony to begin the game.
As the kick is off.
It's up.
And it's a nice kick. Close
And
to
gonna
about
be
the
taken
1 yard
to
line.
Billy Guzzi.
And he
Yep,
takes
it's
it.
returnable.
And he gets swallowed up around the 19-18 yard line.
Yeah, almost
So
made it to the 20. Almost.
and there's
And
a flag on
personal
it. It's
foul.
gonna be-
That's a personal foul in the Mustangs. I saw a player for the Leopards just go flying over after the whistle.
you don't need that.
Yeah.
And if
And
Garrett
that
was
was
here,
a
because
big
Garrett's on the
man.
camera right now, he would say, play smarter.
Now that one right there is the definition of why we say that. That was just completely unnecessary by
Well,
whoever
You
that
know, I
was.
think that's just a little bit of frustration coming. You know, second
Sure,
to last
no
game of the
doubt.
season.
Yeah, but
They
like,
haven't lived up to what they were thinking that they could have done. You know, that those plays will come.
either way, there's still no excuses for it.
No.
It's just
So it should
self-control.
be half the distance, right?
Personal foul on Plum.
Yeah, that's going to be
So they'll move it from the 19
to about the
12 and 11
Probably-
and a half.
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
just a bit shy of the 10-yard line. They will probably move to.
Well, it'll be actually past the, not shy of the 10. Should be in front. Should go to about the 11 and a half, right? Oh, no.
So as of now, it's actually a steady rain. It was about off and
Yeah,
on a little bit.
9.5
Now
yard
it's an
line.
actual steady rain out in the James Ware Stadium in Belle Vernon, where the Mustangs would start at the 10-yard line. And as Hunter's in the gun, takes a pass, wants to throw, throws a screen. Because he has some running room, takes it left side, gets past people.
Gets past another
to
group.
about the 20-yard line and gets tackled way.
Tackled out of bounds. How is that not a personal foul?
I honestly have not seen these stripes throw their flag probably more than twice against the Belle Vernon Leopards.
Yeah, well, besides the substitution
Yes.
fouls early on, I think they might have had an offsides, but
And
Yeah.
those are ones you have to call.
I never like saying this, but honestly, the refs do seem kind of biased in this game, to say the least. It's one of those things that you don't like calling, but just in this game seems like it.
I think also the
Drop
refs
snap.
are like, you know what? So Hunter takes it, and man.
See, I don't think that's Hunter. I think that is.
I don't
Yeah,
think
that is
that's-
not Hunter. That is Jake Miller.
Yeah, it is. My mistake. I was gonna say, it's also because the refs like seeing this game. It's not 42-0. It's not really. Mustangs really can't really come back from this. So they're pretty much just trying to get the game to go. Not calling a lot of
Never
penalties.
say never.
Yep.
Good point.
8:38 left. It's always possible.
I've
Kind
seen
of.
miracles happen before.
Nice.
The Mustang miracle.
Mustang miracle. Well, this would
Mustang
be a
miracle.
miracle.
That will
Throw
go
a
up
screen
on
pass.
this
Another one.
shelf.
Hmm.
Oh.
Looks like he ran into his own guy there,
Oh,
and the
fumble
ball
comes
comes
out.
loose.
It looks like Belle Vernon got it at the 19-yard line, so the Leopards will now have the ball with 8:17 left in the fourth quarter, up 42-0.
Both teams in a huddle right now as the clock goes just past 8 minutes now.
Yeah, the clock just ran for about 20 seconds or so. Now they called timeout. So it's a little confusion.
Yeah, the way the teams were set up, it looked like there was a timeout called, but the clock kept running.
Long time out, guys, huh?
Very
Yeah.
long time.
I don't know. I don't understand what's going on. Like,
Refs
Plum
finally
huddled
called
up
them
on
in.
their side. Belle Vernon. I mean, that was well over 2 minutes. So
First down and 10, Leopard from the Mustang, 19.
Leopards come out. Garrett, number 6, quarterback again.
Andrew Plack,
Hands off to 22.
Breaks through the middle, down to the 5-yard line.
Joey
6-yard
Federer.
line about.
Joey Federer took on the running play. My mistake.
Tackle made by number 10, Ryan Hubner. First down and goal, Leopards from the Mustang, 6.
So as they line up on the ball, Black takes it and he gives it off to what looks like number 22 again.
Okay, guys, I got a trivia question for you. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I just got a splinter. Put my hand on the wall here. Okay. Don't mind the blood that's squirting out of my finger right now. Trivia question. If Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints defeat the Baltimore Ravens this weekend, Drew Brees will be one of 3 NFL quarterbacks to defeat all 32 NFL teams.
Yeah, well, where's the question?
Okay, I'm coming. Take it
Okay.
easy. Take it easy. So the question is, what are the other 2 quarterbacks that have defeated all 32 NFL teams? Garrett Susko is on the camera, has raised his hand, so you can't participate as it's 3rd and 6. But tell me what they are. Garrett, what's your guess? Brett Favre and Peyton Manning. That is incorrect. No, that is correct.
That is correct.
That is correct.
Yep.
That is correct. That is a good guess. That's a good trivia question, though.
I was thinking Tom Brady. Completely went blank on Brett Favre.
I was thinking more of
And it's gonna be
Joe Montana or
another touchdown for.
Another touchdown.
Yeah, I was either thinking Joe Montana or Terry
Yeah,
Bradshaw.
that's kind of interesting. Well, Bradshaw didn't have 32 teams in the NFL.
Good point.
So, but Montana would have been I mean, you have to say the Montana, Manning, Favre.
I was
they'd
thinking
all
Brady.
be up there.
Brady.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Tom Brady has not. Now that would be a good question that we can talk about next week. Is how many does Tom Brady have left? Blocked.
And why are they blowing the whistle so early?
I have no idea. That's Jackson Marzick. He picked up that ball.
And I think he got the block kick, so we said it was a homecoming for him, and there's his homecoming.
Good for Jackson Marzick coming home to Belle Vernon, gets his
Mustangs
big paw on the ball.
One of the last words of the game.
So Belle Vernon's gonna kick
we're
off
happy
to
for
Plum now.
Jackson.
5:52 left in the game.
Okay, here's another trivia question. You ready?
Okay, Mr. Rott.
Now, I don't know the answer.
Okay.
If I know some of the answers, okay?
Why are you
Ready?
asking us then?
Can you name, I believe there is 6, might be 5 now, out of the 4 professional sport leagues, NFL, NBA, NHL, and Major League Baseball, which Thursday night, last night, was the sports equinox because there was one game from each of the sports, which rarely happens. If you think about it, because the NHL season, Penguins big win last night, by the way, and NBA season started, baseball almost done, NFL going on. But anyhow, name the nicknames that don't end in S.
Oh, the Heat.
Heat is one. Very good, Garrett.
Uh,
Red Sox, very good. There's a tackle
White
there.
Sox.
Fumble.
White Sox,
Red
yeah.
Sox, White Sox. Tackled by number 13 by the Leopards.
Ian Monolly.
I know there's one in hockey. You just can't put.
Okay, so we got the Jazz, we got the Heat, we got the White Sox and the Red Sox. I think there's definitely one more, potentially 2. I think only one more.
No, there's another one. I forget what it is, Mr. Rott. This is really gonna.
The Wild.
Yes,
Wild.
the Wild.
There's one more. There's 6 then. Inside handoff, tripped up real quick there by, I can't see, guys. Is that Guzzi? Yeah, number 1, Billy Guzzi.
Yeah, I can't think of another one. I'm blanking right now.
Thunder.
I can't. What's that?
Thunder.
Yes.
Thunder. Oh, I forgot about the Thunder.
the Thunder.
So that made me think of 2 more. So there's a total of 8. There's 8
Oh,
now.
the Lightning.
Lightning, that's 7. There's one more.
Oh.
This is
Steelers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
bet.
Bengals. Browns.
no.
I'm just going to start throwing names out
Okay.
there. No, you're correct, Garrett. Garrett Suska said there's no NFL teams that don't end at. Oh, big 34 there by the Leopards. Gee, who is that?
What's the number?
34.
34.
Big hit there.
His name is Chad Meitzkirch.
Oh,
I think
Chad
I
Meitzkinger.
I butchered that name so bad. but it's Chad.
It says Medicash. We just heard the PA say
Medicash,
Medicash.
yeah.
Medicash. So
Medicash,
3rd and 11
wow.
for the Mustangs
That's
as we're
pretty bad.
down under 4:15 left to go.
Loss of a yard, third down.
48-0.
Now, as he throws a screen to the right side,
Oh,
takes
good
it for about 3 yards, as there's 4 or 3 left, and now it's a definite pour now, and
Yeah, Rain picks back up.
So you guys giving up? You're missing one.
Well,
I'm still racking my brain.
yeah, I'm still trying to think.
Wait, what sport is it from?
I can't tell you that.
I'm thinking hockey. I just can't.
it's not hockey.
Basketball.
It's basketball. I just forget what it is.
I'm not a huge basketball fan, so this is going to be tough for me.
Lakers.
No.
I'm just going to start throwing out names. Sixers. Celtics. Ooh.
That was almost actually touched.
Almost, yeah.
Jazz, Thunder.
Punt by number 2, Reed Martin is down in about the 20-yard line of the Leopards.
So 3:24 left. Don't think we'll see the Leopards throw a ball here. I think this will just be handoff, 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 and the Leopards will,
Walk away with a 48-0 win.
yeah, they will walk away with a 48-0 victory.
I can't think of it.
Yeah, I can't.
Now, would
Okay.
you like to do the honors and
It'll be very obvious when he says
Is
it.
Matt Carroll giving up? That's what I want to know.
No.
Matt Carroll is not giving
No,
up.
sir. No, sir.
I don't want to get an email at like 2 in the morning to my school email that says, Mr. Brott, the team is.
Will this be before or after I beat you in ping pong?
It will probably be definitely well after.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Yes.
So you're accepting that you're going to lose to Matt Carroll in ping
Yeah.
pong?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to lose.
I'm
to
accepting that I'm going to lose to all of you. So I am awful at that. I'll stick to commentary.
Well, the challenge is set for the title.
I will give you the sport. The sport is hockey.
So what?
Okay.
So I've narrowed it down for you guys.
Let me think.
Brought down by number 72, Evan Azera.
Evan Azera on the
And the rain is
tackle.
just getting stronger now
Guys, I
as we
do
head towards the
see
end of
it.
this game.
Do see a penalty mark, a personal foul face mask, unfortunately, on the Mustangs. So that'll move the Leopards up to the 35-yard line.
First down and 10, Leopards from their own 35.
Oh my gosh, this is so bad. I can't think of it.
That's me neither.
Huh.
Evan, you're not using your phone and cheating now, are you?
Yes, he
No,
is.
no, I'm
Oh,
not.
I think he is.
So there's a hand up to the left side.
Just
Number
jogging,
30,
jogging.
30 for the Leopards. Whole
Oh.
gaggle of Plum tacklers on the play.
It's by Ryan Hammer,
Tackle made by number
who
25.
hammered into the zone. And yes, it's now getting a pretty good pour out here. I'm actually going to scooch back, and I just ran into somebody's desk.
Yeah, don't do that. You'll knock down the trap door that we
And
came
we'll
up
never
to
be
get up
invited
here.
back here.
Oh, Garrett Susko says he knows what it is.
There's
We
another
didn't say the
one.
magic. Oh, then there's 9.
I know there's 9. I thought
Dude,
there was standing
I could never remember how many.
5 to 9.
All right, so
It's in hockey, though.
man, this is good. All right. Next hint, tell us the division.
I can't.
Oh,
Oh,
there it is.
Garrett
There it
Susko.
is.
Look
Was
at
he
Matt
told-
Carroll with the cell phone out,
Was
What
too.
did he say?
Was he
What was
told
it?
by
You guys are-
Evan, I think?
No.
What was it?
Okay, okay.
I have a microphone on my face, Matt. I couldn't really tell him.
Yes, it is the Avalanche. Now, okay, how about this
Oh,
one
yeah,
here?
good point.
Yeah.
This is the trivia question we can talk about as we clean up. So we have 1:35 left. There's Marzik on the tackle. In those same four sports, name the teams that share the same nickname. Share the same nickname.
Nickname.
Jets.
Jets.
Who
Oh,
the Jets?
Kings.
Jets who?
Winnipeg and New York.
Winnipeg Jets.
Okay, Winnipeg in New
Kings,
York.
Los
Kings,
Angeles,
Sacramento,
Sacramento,
and
Los
LA. Very good. Okay, that's 2.
The Steelers?
Steelers, yeah. Yeah, like
With
you
our,
can't say like Pittsburgh Pirates,
the
like
Giants,
Bucks
the
and
Giants.
like
Yep,
Giants,
Giants.
San Francisco,
And New
and
York.
New York.
New York.
There's one more. I forget what it is.
There is one more.
Panthers. Florida and
Yep.
Carolina.
Oh,
Panthers.
Evan knocks it out of the park. Gets it in with 40 seconds left to go in the game.
So this will likely be the last play.
No doubt, as we're battling the rain here at Belle Vernon at James Ware Stadium.
And now the wind is really coming at it too.
Yeah, Matt, make
And
sure
he's gonna
those
take a
bags
knee,
stay
and
over the
that's gonna end the
TriCaster.
game.
That's a
I'm gonna grab my
$10,000
phone
piece
that's
of
on the-
equipment there.
Yeah.
And with that said, the end of the game, 48-0 in favor of the Belle Vernon Leopards.
Plum Mustangs, nothing.
So, guys, unfortunately, Plum comes up. You know, they came out on the wrong end tonight. But, you know, Belle Vernon, one of the stronger teams in Quad A. And obviously their senior night, they came to play. Lil beat up a little bit without their starting running back and quarterback. But Callaway just gouged the Mustangs in the first half and obviously worn down in the second half. Lots of big plays. So, do you guys have anything to add here before we wrap it up here in this rain-soaked, hard rain-soaked game? And here we have a tradition here at Belle Vernon. They're going to ring the bell. So if you guys can pan over, I believe if it's sort of like Cannon Mac, the whole team will go over there and they'll ring the bell. They should do it. If they do it like Cannon Mac, they'll ring it. They'll ring it as for as many points as they have scored. So we'll hear that bell ring about 48 times as everyone comes over and gives it a good push. Nice tradition that they have here.
Very good pun, too.
So, but do you guys have anything to add here before we wrap it up here in the rain?
I mean, sorry, Garrick. Even though the score looks very bleak for the Mustangs, they have improved on how they've played throughout the season. There's just giving up a couple big plays, a couple turnovers that cost them a lot in this, but what room to build on heading into the last game in the next season.
Yeah, no doubt. So, you know, hopefully guys like Hunter Linhart, Cooper Auble, they'll have a victory senior night against the Hempfield Spartans. They got out of here. Unfortunately, they don't like the result, but Belle Vernon, one of the better teams that we will see, along with, I mean, this has been a rough Plum schedule. This has to be one of the hardest schedules in the WPIAL because they play Belle Vernon, Gateway, Penn Trafford, McKeesport, Franklin Regional. I mean, they're some heavy-duty teams here. So, but unfortunately, as we say goodnight here from James Ware Stadium, the final score tonight is the Belle Vernon Leopards 48, our Plum Mustangs 0. Good night, everybody.
Have a nice night.
Listen, I got to wrap this up. Put the headsets over here. I'll shut this down. You guys got to keep this up over the camera. Once I shut it down, copy it. I'll give you the TriCaster over here. We'll clean up the garbage.